Good morning. I am Staff Sergeant Joseph Mecca, military training instructor, and I will be your narrator for today's ceremony. As the flights move into position, and for the safety and comfort of those around you, we ask that you refrain from entering the retreat pad and remain in your respective seating area when taking photos during the ceremony. Do not stand or sit in the stairways unless entering or exiting the grandstand. Additionally, we ask that you do not stand at the bottom of the grandstands as well as the arena drill pad. At the conclusion of the ceremony, you may proceed onto the retreat pad after the flights are dismissed. Please be cautious when ascending and descending the bleachers. Utilize the handrails, watch for tripping, slipping, and falling hazards. Restroom facilities are located in the reception center and to the right of the flagpole. During this morning's ceremony, smoking and the consumption of alcoholic beverages is not permitted. At this time, please silence all cell phones and other electronic devices. Thank you, and enjoy today's ceremony. In the military, ceremonies are held to accord distinctive honors to national symbols or individuals on special occasions. These ceremonies are also used to display the proficiency and the state of training in a command and to promote teamwork and pride in the organization. They also contribute to the public morale by displaying symbolically the strength and unity of the military in support of the nation. All of the movements that you will observe today are known as drill. The purpose of drill is to enable a commander or non-commissioned officer, such as the military training instructor, the ability to move their units from one place to another in an orderly manner, to aid in training by instilling discipline and habits of precision and response to the leader's orders, and to provide the development of all leaders in the practice of commanding formations. To maintain the proper decorum and respect for events such as this, we ask that you abide by the following standards while you are here. First, there will be times that you will be asked to stand for the invocation, the playing of the national anthem, the Air Force song, and the reciting of the Airman's Creed. Secondly, we ask that you remain silent during these times, reflecting on the price that has been paid for our freedom. Third, we ask that you pay respect to the flag during the national anthem. Military members and veterans in uniform will stand at attention and render a salute. Now marching into position, from the 320th Training Squadron, Academic Excellence Flight, Flight 153, led by Master Sergeant Precious Roy, Military Training Instructor Trainer, hometown, Birmingham, Alabama. Flight 154, led by Technical Sergeant Alicia Burns Boquist, Military Training Instructor, hometown, Crawfordsville, Indiana. From the 321st Training Squadron, Flight 155, led by Staff Sergeant Michael Perez, Military Training Instructor, hometown, Memphis, Tennessee. Flight 156, led by Staff Sergeant J.D. Sorensen, Military Training Instructor, hometown, Lakewood, Colorado. From the 322nd Training Squadron, Flight 157, led by Staff Sergeant Brandon Millington, Military Training Instructor, hometown, Fairbanks, Alaska. Flight 158, led by Technical Sergeant Sandifer Corey, Military Training Instructor, hometown, St. Louis, Missouri. Flight 159, led by Staff Sergeant Isley Baggett, military training instructor, hometown, Newport, North Carolina. Flight 160, led by Technical Sergeant DeAndre Franklin, military training instructor, hometown, Tampa, Florida. From the 324th Training Squadron, Flight 161, led by Staff Sergeant Tiffany Sawatsky, military training instructor, hometown, Panama City, Florida. Flight 162, led by Staff Sergeant Philip Bears, military training instructor, hometown, Georgetown, Texas. From the 326th Training Squadron, Flight 163, led by Technical Sergeant Averon Wilson, military training instructor, hometown, Martinsville, Virginia. Flight 164, led by Master Sergeant Jasmine Allen, military training instructor, trainer, hometown, Toledo, Ohio. From the 331st Training Squadron, PT Excellence Flight, Flight 165, led by Technical Sergeant Randy Chavez, military training instructor, hometown, Emerald Isle, North Carolina. Flight 166, led by Master Sergeant Moeller, military training instructor, hometown, Melbourne Beach, Florida. Flight 167, led by Technical Sergeant Arlen Wiley, military training instructor, hometown, York, South Carolina. Flight 168, led by Technical Sergeant Kayla Welch, Master Military Training Instructor, hometown, Clearfield, Pennsylvania. Air Force Basic Military Training conducts graduation events over the course of 2 days to celebrate the accomplishments of our newest airmen and guardians. These events recognize their transition into the profession of arms. We acknowledge the tradition of honor and legacy of valor provided by those who came before and inspire us still today. We would also like to thank the family and friends for their continued support that these graduates will be counting on as they serve our great nation in the years to come. Ladies and gentlemen, please stand for the invocation given by Chaplain Osjan.
Please pray in your tradition as I do in mine. O God of heavenly powers, by the might of your command, you drive away all the obstacles before us and lead us toward being successful leaders. Be present in your goodness with your servants, trainees, MTIs, commanders, civil servants, families, and friends. Today we pray for special blessings for them and ask from you for you to be their seeing eyes, hearing ears, and deciding minds, so that they will have tough-mindedness, tireless motivation, and unceasing vigilance for their duties. O God of strength and power, we knock your door and seek only from you for you to touch us. Touch our hearts, our minds, our spirit, our concerns, hopes, and weaknesses, our families, loved ones, our nation, and good citizen of the world. We know that when you touch, all the wounds will be healed, all infirmity will go away, and enmity will be replaced with friendship, so that peace in our nation and in the world will be accomplished as a result of the service and leadership of our graduates today. In many beautiful names you have we pray. Amen.
Thank you, Chaplain. Please be seated. Good morning, and welcome to today's Basic Military Training Graduation Ceremony. We would like to introduce our distinguished guest, beginning with the host for today's ceremony, the Commander, Air Force Basic Military Training and 1989 graduate of Basic Military Training, Colonel Billy Wilson, Jr. Representing the Senior Enlisted Leader, Air Force Basic Military Training and 2000 graduate of Basic Military Training, Chief Master Sergeant Jared Roman. Also in attendance with us today, the Commander, Air Education and Training Command, Lieutenant General Brian Robinson. The Command Chief, Air Education and Training Command, and 1993 graduate of Basic Military Training, Chief Master Sergeant Chad Bickley. Accompanying General Robinson and Chief Bickley are Air Education and Training Command's civic leaders from across the country. The Commander, National Security Agency of Texas, and 1995 graduate of Basic Military Training, Colonel Stacy Kihara. The Senior Enlisted Leader, National Security Agency of Texas, and 1998 graduate of Basic Military Training, Chief Master Sergeant Fran Perkins. The Deputy Commander, 37th Training Wing, Colonel John Odell III, accompanied by his wife, Josefina. The Command Chief, 37th Training Wing, and 1997 graduate of Basic Military Training, Chief Master Sergeant Carlos Damian. The Director of Staff, Mississippi Air National Guard, Colonel Wyatt Rivas, accompanied by his wife, Rhonda. Although time does not permit us to introduce all of our distinguished guests, the 37th Training Group is proud to welcome each of you. We hope you enjoy today's ceremony. This week, we have a special opportunity to recognize one additional and significant achievement demonstrating the dedication of 25 of our graduates who are being led by Technical Sergeant John Shields. Military Drill and Ceremonies Non-Commissioned Officer, hometown Kingston, North Carolina. Today's recognition is made possible by a partnership between the Department of Defense and Department of Homeland Security to allow active duty service members to become citizens under the Naturalization as Basic Training Initiative. To be eligible, a member of the Armed Forces must pass a comprehensive application process administered by the Department of Homeland Security, including a background check and personal interview to demonstrate high moral character and their knowledge of the English language. Applicants are also tested on U.S. history and government. Please hold your applause until all names have been announced. The Air Force is proud to recognize Oscar Duran Biscopi, country of origin, Canada. Ryan Cameron, country of origin, Jamaica. Stephen James Gamboa, country of origin, Philippines. Sachin Brooks, country of origin, Jamaica. Kevin Torres Garrido, country of origin, Ecuador. Brian Carrera Perez, country of origin, Mexico. Tyreek Smith, country of origin, Jamaica. Hamdi Azike, country of origin, Nigeria. Koja Jahata, country of origin, Senegal. Juan Basto Munoz, country of origin, Colombia. Isaac Obong, country of origin, Nigeria. Joshua Pasamonte, country of origin, Philippines. Joanna Jean Reverente, country of origin, Philippines. Basil Gomez, country of origin, Cameroon. Charles Douse, country of origin, Netherlands. Danae Edwards, country of origin, Jamaica. Victor Perez Escandón, country of origin, Mexico. Hunji Chen, country of origin, China. Julia Avauer, country of origin, Honduras. Joshua Goleb Simanes, country of origin, Philippines. Jaren Bersonda, country of origin, Philippines. Shalon Brago Kusi, country of origin, Ghana. Omar Troibu, country of origin, Central Africa. Joseph Walvez, country of origin, Philippines. Andrea Agudelo Elzate, country of origin, Colombia. Ladies and gentlemen, please help us congratulate the newest citizens of the United States of America. Musical support for this morning's ceremony is provided by Airmen from the 321st Training Squadron, performing under the direction of Technical Sergeant Matthew Zettelmoyer, military training instructor, hometown Augusta, Georgia. These individuals have been hand-selected to perform for today's ceremony. In addition to completing all basic training syllabus and training requirements, Drum and Bugle Corps members commit additional training hours for practice throughout their weeks of training. Their extra effort and commitment demonstrate teamwork and the Air Force's core value, service before self. With each Drum and Bugle Corps performance, they honor the long-standing tradition of live music at formal military ceremonies. Ladies and gentlemen, Chief Master Sergeant Smalls will now come forward and address our graduating class.
Good morning and welcome, family and friends. We are so glad you could join us here today in celebrating your loved ones as they join the ranks of our nation's newest airmen. I'd like to begin by recognizing those that got your airmen where they are today, our military training instructors. Thank you for all that you do every day. This team works tirelessly day in and day out, around the clock, to mold and develop your sons, daughters, brothers, sisters, into the sharp airmen that stand proudly before you today. And they do it with such immense pride and professionalism, and for that we thank you. To our graduates, it has been an honor to watch you grow and develop over these past 7.5 weeks. Today you stand taller, prouder, your head held a little higher. You've spent the past 2 months learning what it means to be a team and learning how to leverage each other's strengths to help your team reach one common goal, becoming an airman. You showed up every day. You showed up excited, determined, ready to work. As you move on to your next phase of training, continue to show up. Every day, show up. No matter what anyone says, just show up and do the work. If they praise you, show up. If they criticize you, show up. If no one even notices, show up. Just keep showing up, doing the work, and leading the way. Lead with passion, fuel with optimism, have faith, maintain hope, be stubborn, refuse to give up, ignore the critics, believe in the impossible, just show up, do the work, because true grit leads to true success. Airmen, we are excited to welcome you to the family. You have joined a team that will look to you to define the character of our Air Force for years to come. As you are faced with challenges, never forget where you came from. Remember why you're here, and stay optimistic about the future. As your senior enlisted leader, I hereby acknowledge your completion of all graduation requirements and have recommended to Colonel Wilson and Chief Master Sergeant Anderson that you receive your coveted Airman's Coin, which signifies your transition today from trainees to airmen. Congratulations. Military training instructors, you may proceed.
At this part of the ceremony, the military training instructors will distribute the Venerable Airman's Coin, and for the first time, distinct Space Force coins to our Space Force graduates. The lore of military coins has many colorful suspected origins. However, a popular story stems from World War I, where American volunteers formed flying squadrons in France during the Great War. One of the volunteers was a wealthy lieutenant who took great pride in his service and had medallions cast in bronze, with his squadron's emblem on them. He gave those medallions to every member of his unit. Not long after, one of the pilots was shot down behind enemy lines and was captured by a German patrol. The German forces confiscated the pilot's possessions except for the pilot's medallion that he wore around his neck. While in confinement in a small French village, the captured pilot took advantage of a nighttime bombardment by the Allies. He donned civilian clothes and escaped after crossing the front lines to safety. He came across a French outpost where he was initially thought to be a saboteur, until he showed them his unit coin. The French forces recognized the unit emblem, and instead of any harsher treatment, he received a bottle of wine. Today, several military units have developed their own coins and specific rules for them. Many organizations give out their unit coins to recognize outstanding performances and achievements. The coins the airmen and space professionals receive today are unique in that they originate here at the gateway to the Air Force and are only given to those who complete this rigorous course of instruction. On one side of the airman's coin, the original emblem of the Air Force resides as envisioned by General Henry Hap Arnold, one of the first military aviators and later commander of the Army Air Forces in World War II. Beneath the emblem, the year 1947, the birth date of the United States Air Force, and around the rim of the coin, the core values of the Air Force: integrity first, service before self, and excellence in all we do. Inscribed on the other side of the coin is the newly recognized emblem of the Air Force, a symbol that honors the heritage of our past and represents the promise of our future. The emblem retains the core elements of the Henry Hap Arnold emblem, the Arnold wings, and the star within a circle. The modern effect of the emblem reflects our Air and Space Force today and into the future. Inscribed in a half circle above the contemporary Air Force emblem is the Air Force motto, "Aim high, fly, fight, win." And on the border of the coin, a reminder to all who see this is inscribed, awarded on the occasion of becoming an airman in the world's greatest Air Force.
Ladies and gentlemen, Lieutenant Colonel Myers will now come forward and address our graduating class.
Good morning, and welcome to all our guests, family, and friends. Thank you for setting the foundation for these airmen and your continued support while they strive to complete their journey, and thank you for trusting us with your loved ones. Today we gather to celebrate this remarkable achievement of these 735 exceptional airmen who have successfully completed the rigorous training and transformed into proud airmen. It is an honor to stand before each of you. I want to express my deepest gratitude for your commitment to serve our great nation. You have chosen a path that demands sacrifice, courage, and unwavering dedication. By wearing the uniform of the United States Air Force, you embody the values of integrity, excellence, and service before self. Each and every one of you is an inspiration, not only to those who stand beside you today, but also to the generations that will follow in your footsteps. I want to congratulate you for reaching this significant milestone. From the moment you stepped off the bus, unsure of what awaited you, you exhibited resilience. You faced countless challenges, from early morning wake-up calls that made you question your sanity to objectives that tested your physical and mental limits. But guess what? You made it. You conquered every obstacle thrown your way, and today you stand tall as members of the world's greatest Air Force. I want to take a moment before I continue to show our appreciation to our military training instructors who worked tirelessly to turn these civilians that showed up here 7.5 weeks ago into the great airmen you see standing here. The dedication they have to their craft and this mission is unmatched across the Air Force. Let's all give the MTIs another round of applause. Airmen, these MTIs challenge you to become a better version of yourself through learning military standards, achieving training objectives, striving for excellence, and most importantly, learning from your failures and developing your resilience. They force you to work together as a team. You quickly learn that you couldn't make it through this journey alone. Together, you form bonds that will last a lifetime. Whether it was cleaning the latrine, rolling your 1,000th t-shirt, or simply surviving being without your families over the holidays, you did it as a team. And who can forget that time doing drill where one of you somehow managed to march left when the whole flight went right? Through the stress, the fatigue, and homesickness, you found some laughter, and that laughter brought you even closer together. When you have a team you can rely on through the tough times and challenges, you can conquer anything that comes your way. As you move forward in your military careers, remember the lessons you learned here. Embrace the challenges that lie ahead with the same tenacity and dedication that you demonstrated. Know that you have what it takes to rise above any obstacle and soar to new heights, and never forget your why. In closing, I want to leave you with a quote from Secretary of State Colin Powell. There are no secrets to success. It's the result of preparation, hard work, and learning from your failures. Always strive to be the best airman you can be, for you, your wingmen, and your country. When the time comes to hang up your uniform for the last time, leave no doubts that you, the Air Force, and the country are better because of your service. Congratulations once again. One team!
Thank you, Lieutenant Colonel Myers. At this time, we would like to take this opportunity to recognize basic military training's most outstanding performer, someone who has demonstrated their ability to successfully navigate all assessments, testing their physical abilities, academic aptitude, and adaptability to the military environment through multiple progress checks. This airman has surpassed all others in the challenges of training and has earned the distinction of being the top graduate of this class. The top graduate is from the 331st Training Squadron, Flight 167, Airman Elias Sharp. He is from Queen Creek, Arizona, and joined the Air Force to become a fighter aircraft integrated avionics technician. In the stands cheering are his wife, Brooke, son, Leonardo, and parents, Katharina and Anthony. His recruiter is Technical Sergeant Long Win from the 361st Recruiting Squadron, Puyallup, Washington. please stand as a sign of unity as our top graduate leads us through the Airman's Creed. Instructors, place your flights at attention. Thank you. Please be seated. Instructors, place your flights at ease. This morning, we honor our heritage of military customs and traditions as we welcome our newest airmen into the ranks of the Department of the Air Force. There are two purposes for this morning's retreat ceremony. The retreat ceremony is a solemn event conducted at every United States military installation around the globe. It signifies the end of the official duty day, and today is symbolic of the end of training for our graduates. But more importantly, it is to pay respect to our nation's flag. When we offer our respect for our flag and to our national anthem, we have an opportunity to reflect on the democratic principles that have made our nation great. The meaning of freedom, dignity of the individual, the pursuit of happiness, and national unity all come to mind when you think of our flag. It is the symbol of our nation to the world. Military members have a special bond with the flag. These airmen are part of the flag's tradition because they symbolize the spirit and sacrifices of the military and dedication to the defense of this great nation and the principles it represents. When we salute the flag as it is lowered, we ask that you think. Think about the flag flying over Arlington and other national cemeteries. Think about the flag being carried into combat by the service members who preceded us. Think about the freedom Americans enjoy today, freedom without precedent in the history of the world. The men and women who stand before you today represent the projection of the strength behind our flag. Our flag security detail consists of members from the 320th Training Squadron, led by Technical Sergeant John Shelton. Our Commander of Airmen is Master Sergeant Nick Niles. Ladies and gentlemen, please stand for the sounding of retreat and remain standing for the playing of the national anthem. The flag stands for peace, honor, truth, justice, and freedom. In the armed forces of the United States, during the ceremony of retreat, the flag is lowered, folded in a triangle fold, and kept under the watch throughout the night as a tribute to our nation's honored dead. The next morning, it is brought out at the ceremony of reveille. The flag has been torn to strips and used as bandages for wounded combatants on the battlefield. It has been placed in the trembling arms of a grieving parent at the grave of their fallen son or daughter. It is flown at half-staff to honor our military members. The flag has flown in every battle of every war for more than 200 years. It has flown at Valley Forge, Shiloh, and Gettysburg. It was there at San Juan Hill, the trenches of France, in the Argonne Forest, Anzio, Rome, on the beaches of Normandy. It was waved at Okinawa, Korea, Vietnam, Somalia, Kuwait, Iraq, and in Afghanistan. The flag has been burned, torn, and trampled on the streets of countries that America has helped set free, yet it remains invincible. Please remain standing for the playing and singing of the United States Air Force song. Congratulations on achieving this historic milestone that marks the beginning of your career. Ladies and gentlemen, please remaining in your seating area. The graduates will be dismissed momentarily. Town Pass ends at 2000 hours. When dropping off graduates, please stay in your vehicle. Family members are not authorized to enter any training area. Thank you, and please enjoy your stay at the 37th Training Wing, Joint Base San Antonio-Lackland, Texas.